The federal government has made major changes to residential home mortgages and real estate closings. The acronym is TRID. Real estate expert Linda Craft is here to explain how this will affect your next home purchase. So Linda, what is TRID?
TRID is an acronym within an acronym.
Okay.
It's the government. The T is TILA, the R is RESPA, and the I is integrated disclosures.
Okay.
And so what's going to happen is we're going to see that basically these new changes are going to cost time and money. The integrated disclosures are going to replace the good faith estimate, the truth in lending, and the HUD-1 settlement statement for borrowers.
Okay.
And then we have a closing disclosure and a HUD-1 that has to be done by the attorneys for the seller. So we've got a lot of changes, and there's some time periods that go with those that can be detrimental.
Okay, let's talk about the new timelines needed for a mortgage. How do they change?
Yeah, so in a mortgage, we're going to do pre-qualification just like we always have. Then the lenders have to do a loan estimate.
Okay.
And they have to send it out, and this gives the borrower the opportunity to compare one lender to the other. Then once the borrower decides, I want you to be my lender, they have to sign a document called the intent to proceed. Once that's signed, the lender can collect the fees for the appraisal and begin that process.
Okay.
That process in the middle has always been a nightmare because some lenders can finish in 2 weeks and others take 30 or 40 days. Depends on their systems and what they have going on. Then once that loan is completely approved, instead of rushing that package to the closing attorney, the lender actually has to send the closing disclosure to the borrower. And it has to be delivered 3 business days before closing if the lender's using e-signatures. If they are not, it has to be mailed, and so the buyer has to wait 7 days until they can close. And if there's any change whatsoever to the APR, a new closing disclosure has to be issued, taking up another 3 days or 7, depending on the lender. So we expect that we're going to have some delays in real estate closings, which costs a lot of money.
Okay, this is making my head spin just listening to you talk about this, but it sounds like choosing the right lender is super important.
You know, I've been on this show so many times, and I've said whatever you do, you need a local lender that has in-house processing and underwriting, and now you better get e-signatures, because if your lender's mailing, you're in trouble.
Ooh, okay, so can you give us some quick tips for avoiding those costly delays you mentioned?
Absolutely. So for the buyer, obviously choose the right lender, and then whatever you do, when you get a home under contract, don't go on vacation. Okay. They do that all the time. Now we need you to sign those documents, because if you don't get those documents returned quickly, you're going to delay the front end, which is going to cause major problems on the back end. For a home seller, as you have your mover come out to give you an estimate on moving, go ahead and have them give you an estimate on what it's going to cost if you have to put all your stuff in storage for a day or 3 or 7 and get prepared for some extra costs. Obviously get prepared for delays. And then as a real estate agent, you really need to pay attention to the lender that your client is using, because we know the ones that are always slow, we know the ones that have e-signatures or mail, and if you go with some of those lenders, you know that you're going to create some problems. And when you're writing that contract, you got to consider business days. Is the lender open on Saturday? Then you only have 1 day that you're losing. If they're not, you can have 2. So all of those things, those dates, the lender, all of that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Okay, that's why we need an experienced real estate professional like you, as well as a professional, and experienced lender. Thank you so much for your input, Linda.
Thank you.